broadcast was brought to you by Central Arkansas Cadillac Dealers, Network Services Group, Bale Chevrolet, Edwards Food Giant, Genesis of Conway, Lion Legal Services, Kaufman by Design West, Malvern National Bank, Arkansas Scholarship Lottery, Blackman Auctions, Winrock Automotive, ABC Supply, and Advantage Service Company.
Jones now throwing to the end zone, and it is complete! A touchdown! Oh, my! I can't believe it! 31 yards to Nitori Burton.
Here, and McFadden breaks it up the middle. McFadden, big play. He's going to go. Darren McFadden is going to take it all the way. 80 yards for the touchdown. Darren McFadden, and Arkansas strikes just that quickly.
He's going to field it back at his own 5. Joe across the 10 to the 15 to the 20. Adams at the 30, and here we go. Joe's going to take it all the way. The 30, the 20, the 10. Touchdown, Arkansas. 95 yards on the punt return.
Here's the snap. It is low. The kick is blocked, and Arkansas covers.
Shotgun formation into the end zone. The pass is intercepted. Arkansas wins the ball game. Intercepted in the end zone. The Razorbacks have beaten the #1 team in the country.
It's time to dissect the game on the First Security Bank 5th quarter. We'll be talking Razorback football for the next 2 hours. This broadcast is brought to you by First Security Bank. Here are Randy Rainwater, Marcus Elliott, and Trey Schaff.
Arkansas steals the ball. Nelly to the other end, and a one-hand jam. Tennessee times it right. They've only got to snap it one more time. They line up in the victory formation. Aguiar gets the snap, and that's going to be it. Josh Heupel begins to walk to midfield. Bobby Petrino will come across the way to meet him. Well, the Razorbacks fought today, fell behind, battled back.
If and buts. Welcome once again to the First Security 5th quarter postgame show. Marcus Elliott, Trey Shep, special contributor. He must be locked in Neyland Stadium. Otherwise, I can't believe we would have David Basil with us. I'm Randy Rainwater. If and buts, gentlemen. Now, okay, Let me imagine if there had not been a turnover against Ole Miss, maybe Arkansas wins. Had there not been a turnover against Memphis, maybe Arkansas would have won. Had there not been 3 turnovers against Tennessee, might Arkansas have won. Instead of, we're talking about 2-4, 0-2 in the SEC, might be talking about 6-0, 2-0 in the SEC. Gentlemen, good evening. Marcus, Trey, David, and really I am so thrilled that we have both, not only Trey, but David contributing tonight to the program, because television has always been, at times, the big deceiver. Because what you see may not necessarily reflect what truly happened. So, I'm asking you, DB, in particular, because we have been on the defense rather tough over the last couple of weeks, and not so much for lack of ability, which at times you could probably gripe about that, but the lack of effort. What did you see tonight, David, in regards to effort on behalf of this Arkansas defense?
Well, first of all, hello, Double R, hello, Marcus. I always feel bad I'm on y'all's show. I'm taking up y'all's time.
No, we love it, buddy.
But I love being able to hop on with you guys. I wish we could hop on after more wins than losses, but that never seems to be the case. No, listen, you don't have to know anything about football to have watched the game against Notre Dame and watched the game tonight and go, that looks different. Those guys look different. They're playing different. And so, yeah, there was more effort. They were more physical on defense. Listen, I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 punts that they forced the number one scoring offense in America to do. 5 punts. And so, do they still have some issues? We have trouble, covering certain players in the secondary, receivers, and there were some big chunk plays that we gave up. But we fought. I thought we fought. I think we were more physical at the when it comes to tackling the ball carrier. There were more guys around the ball. Yeah, definitely what he preached for 2 weeks to those defensive players paid off tonight. And they didn't give up. They were down 17. They could have let go of the rope. They hung around. And Bobby Petrino, that was one of the first things he said, hey, if I had to do it over again, I'd probably kick the field goal. And it's easy to say ifs and buts, but you're right, Randy, too. You don't turn the ball over. You're down there getting ready to score with Russell. He turns it over. But
what a play call that was.
Yeah.
The option.
Yeah, it was a great play call. But, your question, Randy, is that, in 2 weeks, he's gotten the attention of these players, especially on defense, and they look better. Now, is better enough? I don't know, but all you can ask for is to get better every week. That was just my observation. You guys may have seen it differently.
All right, Mark, let's get your thoughts.
No, David, I think the effort was there, better. I think I like really what they did offensively. I just thought they got away from the run game. I thought they were dominating the run game. But my goodness, second half, asking this team to drop back pass against Tennessee in their front, well, that was disastrous. They couldn't block them. And I mean,
5 sacks, 9 tackles for losses.
Right.
Quick pressure, gut pressure, offensively, and they're just not that type of team. So I think Bobby got a little away from a little from his play pass, and maybe because he felt like they were behind, but went way too much drop back, and they couldn't block this team with drop back passing, the blitz. They weren't ready for that, but defensively. You're right. I think they got some stops.
Five punts. Marcus and Tennessee, it's the lowest they've had, the lowest points they've scored all year. You got to give the offense credit in the first half. They had 11 play drives, 10 play drives to play. Yep. Marcus, you guys would eat up the clock, and it made the game shorter, and it helped the defense, I think, in the first half.
Yeah, but who are they featuring? DB was number 4. Man, where has he been? And that first half, he was a story. And you're right.
Had 100 yards at the half.
Yeah.
Almost had 100 in the first quarter.
But you know what Petrino said? It's the same thing that's happened 4 games in a row. What happens is, they start crowding the line, and they cut off Talon to say, hey, make sure that 10 doesn't have the ball, and make sure you pay attention, to the running backs. And he just said, I knew it. I'm stubborn. I should have thrown the ball, sooner. And finally, in that fourth quarter, those last 2 drives, he's throwing the ball around. But yeah, we've seen this not be able to run the ball in the third quarter now for 3 or 4 straight games.
Yeah, I don't know. It gets a couple of things. If you don't turn the ball over. That's it. Either you got to turn the ball over and get some turnovers. For Arkansas, they're not good enough to turn the ball 3 times and beat hardly anybody, especially defensively. And then you don't get a lot of turnovers. That's another thing. That's just been the story of this year.
Yep. And
so they're not that good defensively and athletically. They played harder. Love to see that. I think they could have done some things a little bit differently. But bottom line is you got to hold the ball. And that's be it that Russell, be it that the quarterback.
Talon Green. Turnovers. All right, we will step away for a moment. This is the First Security Fifth Quarter Postgame Show. Marcus Elliott, Trey Shapp, DB, David Basil, I'm Randy Rainwater. Back with more in just one moment.
First Security is about more than great banking. Yes, we provide the financial expertise, digital tools, and everything else you need when you need it. But we also go all in on local support with friendly professionals, plus convenient locations all across the state. Because we believe personal banking is better banking. Visit fsbank.com for details. That's fsbank.com for friendly local banking with First Security. Think better. Member FDIC.
Hi, I'm Hunter Bell from Bell Chevrolet. Football season in Arkansas is one of my favorite times of the year. And I think we can all agree that game days are better with tailgating. Fourth quarters are better with game-winning field goals. And the best played games are better with teamwork. And just like on the field, Bell Chevrolet is better because of our people and their dedication to our customers. Shop Bell Chevrolet and BellChevrolet.com today. Together, let's drive.
At ABC Supply, when you've got a job to do, we do too. When your success depends on getting the details right, we're there for you every step of the way. Delivering more than materials, delivering passion, commitment, and the confidence to help you get the job done easier. Our teams understand the obstacles you face in building your business and reputation, because living up to our promises is how we help you live up to yours.
For location and product information, call ABC Supply North Little Rock at 501-955-0777 or visit abcsupply.com.
I'm Thomas Blackman with Blackman Auctions. How much easier would life be if you could take away your stresses and worries with one phone call? Just turn all of your problems over to a person and let them de-stress your life. That's what we do at Blackman Auctions. We are much more than an auction company. We take your unwanted assets in your life and turn them into money in 30 days. Organize, market, deal with attorneys, real estate agents, debt services, closing companies, and those members of your family. You know who they are. Making your life as easy as possible since 1938. Better auctions are Blackman Auctions.
Attention Central Arkansas. If you're looking for reliable home and business services, look no further. For over 45 years, Advantage Service Company has been your local expert in HVAC, plumbing, and electrical needs with outstanding customer service from licensed technicians ready to help with every step. Call or text today and enjoy peace of mind knowing you're in good hands. Cheer on your favorite university and call Advantage Service Company. Your comfort is just a call away. 501-1-CALL. 501-663-2255.
Life comes at you fast, especially behind the wheel. So if you think it's no big deal to drive a little over the speed limit, think again. In a collision with a pedestrian or bicyclist, it can mean the difference between life and death. Getting somewhere a couple of minutes faster isn't worth someone's life. Let's look out for each other by following posted speed limits. Drive aware, save lives. A message from the Arkansas State Police Highway Safety Office.
Check out the new clothing at Bell & Sword in Conway. A new cricket polo with Razorback logo, button-downs, vests, sweaters, slacks with UCA or Arkansas gear from Johnny O and Peter Millar. Great staff, fantastic service. Bell & Sword, the only Central Arkansas men's store with a tailor on staff to fit you. So go now to Bell & Sword, 1011 Oak Street in Conway on Facebook and Instagram.
I know where you should go if you're really hungry. The Wood Grill Buffet in Benton. This is DJ Williams. You'll love all the choices they have with 300 items on that buffet. Meats, salad bar, veggies, sides, and even a huge dessert bar. You can pig out or just get a salad and veggie if you want to go a little lighter. The Wood Grill Buffet is at the Congo exit in Benton. It's open every Thursday through Sunday for lunch and dinner. It's comfort food at its finest. Second and 7 just outside the Tennessee 11-yard line. Pistol formation. Green gets the snap. Going to run the option left at the 5. Talon end zone touchdown Arkansas. Green for 11 and the Hogs strike first.
And welcome back once again to the First Security Fifth Quarter Postgame Show. Marcus Elliott, Trey Shepp, again special contributor tonight. DB David Basil with his white pullover.
Yeah.
Looking man, he's...
Well, listen, Marcus puts the pressure on me because that's how ex-Razorbacks are supposed to look. Svelte, in shape. He looks like the stud linebacker. I'm now looking like the nose guard.
You did fine, David. You made it up the stairs.
Yeah, but Trey had to almost drag me up the stairs, Marcus. It was embarrassing.
DB knows the best compliment I've ever had was I was called the Black David Bass. biggest compliment.
Did you get all the women that David got, Marcus?
I haven't even told my girlfriend that, Melissa. But
well, she can't even get your number right. So
I know.
That's
be careful talking about Missy right now.
That's the best
funny.
compliment.
You're
I remember
funny,
that
buddy.
the rest of my life. In fact, have that in my mortuary. What do you call those things? My eulogy.
Eulogy.
Yeah,
Put it
Not
on
your obituary. But
obituary.
That's got. Oh my Lord, too funny. Too funny.
Wow.
Okay.
That threw you off, Randy.
Yeah, I mean, I was looking at DB. I was thinking with the white on because normally he is the man like
in black.
I know,
the man in black.
I know.
So that kind of threw me off.
Except for his red Razorback pullover he wears.
Yeah, this has been good to me, and it's not helping us get any wins. I will say this: are you guys getting? I'm looking at some of the posts. Are we getting most Razorback fans? Are they saying, "I like the improvement," or what has been the response that you guys have seen so far?
Let me see. Let me just pull up the D3 Auto Sales Bus text line and just see what it's saying.
Oh, Randy, here you go on the stream. John says, I'm so sad. I know they gave so much more effort. I feel for the players. Just didn't take advantage of the stops, and the turnovers killed us. Thanks, friends, for the show. Greg says, should have kicked the field goal in the third to tie it at 20.
Right.
And I agree with that.
Okay, Meat Pig says, Lamont, we were robbed. How does the ball go forward? 8 yards if the defensive guy only hit Taylor Green's arm. That was a
questionable call.
Interesting call, to say the least, because even when they showed it in replay, you could definitely tell the arm was going forward, but it may have appeared that right before just as the arm was going forward, the ball was being raked out of his hand. And because at first it almost looked like it was an interception, but we knew that it hit the ground. But they kept pointing towards Tennessee's goal as if it was going to be their ball. Then a fumble? But, that play, okay. I say this too often. That one play didn't beat Arkansas. Certainly didn't help Arkansas for sure.
Arkansas got some breaks, too, with non-penalty flags or flags, I thought, on Tennessee at times. Too.
But I thought the one play, now if you're talking about a play that I thought swung the and it turned it into, I believe, a 2-score game at that point. Would Jaylen Brown have held on to the ball against Ole Miss, and then you've got the situation against Memphis? I mean, you'll never know what would have been the situation otherwise had they held on to the ball. But that one to me was far more damaging than the penalty, not the penalty, but the call of a fumble on that particular play. And the other thing that I thought, guys, and Marky alluded this a few moments ago, Arkansas's offensive line, this was, I thought, maybe not their best performance. They did a pretty good job in the run game.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But from protecting Taylor Green, that looks so much like what we've seen in the last couple of years, where Green is basically running for his life.
You know, they show Randy, it was a drop back game. Even in the long drive they had, that entire drive was 2-3 step drop, get the ball out. It's a quick game. Get the ball out of his hand. Quick defined reads for the quarterback where he's not having to sit back there and the line doesn't have to hold up. But, man, regular cup protection, those ends were wearing Arkansas out. And I believe one of the last sacks I saw, the center and the guard, but one player ran over both of them, and the end just outclassed the right tackle. Number 51 probably had the worst night pass protection ever. I've never seen anything like it. And then on top of that, they brought.
You have seen something like it
well,
before.
You're right.
Okay.
You're right. And then on top of that, they brought pressure on top of it. But again, he came back. Petrino came back when he recognized, hey, we can't block these guys. They go quick game, go right down the field. Green's on the money, in rhythm, boom, 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 boom.
Yep. I think the other thing that's a killer, the defense is, I'm telling you, they could not stop Taylor Green for the majority of that game. When he decided to, at times they would sack him, but I'll tell you, he would escape. If you make him, he had 17 carries, right? I think he had 17 carries for 6. He's only averaged up 4 yards, but one of them was 22 yards. I mean, it just puts puts a stake through your heart if you're the defense. You think you got him, and he escapes.
What about the time they brought 8? They brushed 8 guys, and he ran out of it.
Yeah, it's but again, I think turnover.
Yep.
You're right. You look at those 3 turnovers, and that's a difference in the game.
Huge difference in the game.
And
what did we say on the pregame, David? Today, Arkansas wins if they don't turn the ball over because they have been turnover prone in the last couple of games.
But I think it's almost like I said this before about Petrino. It's like Green. He gets almost intoxicated with him because he can't escape, and sometimes he escapes and he extends and he makes the big play. But it's that's almost a double-edged sword.
Superman.
You're trying to do hero ball at the wrong time. I mean, you just got to protect the ball and get rid of it. Don't take the bad play. If he could just reduce some of those bad plays, then I think you do have a chance.
Well, you look at Washington had 131 yards rushing. He had did he have 100 yards receiving too? Did I see that? No. He had 131 yards rushing. Braylon Russell had 47 yards. Raylan Sharp had 76 yards on 7 catches. Omega Blake 65. I mean, 200. You basically had 500 yards of total offense.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Just run up and down the field.
Scored
up and down the field. Yeah.
Yeah.
But this was a game, though, you could not trade touchdowns or field goals for touchdowns. You almost had to score. It seemed like every time. That puts a lot of pressure on the offense, no question.
But, guys, I think, too, that's why Bobby Petrino came in with the game plan of we were going to be aggressive. That's why he went for it on 4th and short early in the game, even deep in their own territory.
Let me tell you what else he said in the press conference. And I thought this was, even though they gave up 500 yards in total offense, on 3rd downs, Tennessee was only 2 of 9.
Mm-hmm.
So when it came time to make the stop, this defense somehow – they would give up chunk plays of 25, 32, but they figure out a way on 3rd down to get the stop. So he said, from a situational football standpoint, you look at that statistic, and that's sort of what kept you. Not like you want to give up 34 points, but this team, averaged 50 points a game.
David and Randy, I want you to listen. When you hear Bobby's post-game interview, he takes the blame for not taking the field goal there and going for it on 4th down without even having to be pressed on it. He went ahead and said, hey, that's on me. Would I have liked to have done it again? If I had it to do over again, yes, I would not have gone for it there. I probably would have taken the points. And he didn't just say it one time. There were multiple times throughout the press conference where he brought that up.
Well, David, I was going to make the point. We talk about how Arkansas beat themselves. Tennessee at times beat themselves.
Oh, yeah.
Because you were talking about those lack of 3rd down conversions, whether it be a hands in the face or whether it be
oh my gosh,
a 5-yard procedure.
Had 10 penalties. Randy, no question, you're right. That killed Tennessee tonight. It really did.
But they have been a team that is they are penalized a lot.
Yeah, that's not good.
Boy, there was a couple occasions where a 3rd and 1 became a 3rd and 6, or maybe a 3rd and 4 became a 3rd and 9. And we know the difference there between what 5 yards can make, or 3 yards sometimes can even make. What you were talking about a minute ago, David, this was all-purpose yards. Mike Washington had 137 yards of total all-purpose yards. Raylan Sharp had 76. Omega Blake had 65 all-purpose yards. And Taylor Green, you mentioned 17 carries, 63 yards, and you take out the 5 sacks, and he's probably over 100 yards on the night as well. So, man, those sacks were just about as costly as it was with the turnovers, if nothing else, particularly late in the ball game, costing Arkansas some critical clock and field position. Yeah. So, again, turnovers, boy, they were big again tonight against the Arkansas Razorbacks. This from our D3 Auto Sales Buzz text line. Team looks extremely competitive. Okay. This from our D3 Auto Sales Buzz text line. Players on defense look better. I'm happy with the players' performance. Bent a lot, just didn't break. That was good. They did break at times. Let's see. This from the D3 Auto Sales Buzz text line. Forget all the comments. This was a new team, period, and it's only been 2 weeks.
Yeah, Marcus, I've said one of the things I liked that Bobby Petrino talked about this week was, tapping the hat. It really is sort of a gimmicky deal, and you can look at, let's just show morale, get over there and support. And I like that. We always did that when I played, Marcus. Get around. But what it does, there's a functional result to that, too. Get your butt to the ball. Get your butt to the end of the play. That's good. And it's a mindset to where, okay, listen, I need to be over there to tap the hat. That means I need to get over there and not be there 5 seconds later. Get over there now. And so I did see tonight.
Yes.
When they weren't gashing us with because we were out of alignment or whatever. But when it came time to make tackles, there was more than one guy there. Yeah. So I thought that was an improvement from the last couple of weeks. That's
a good point. Yeah, and that was my biggest thing. It's just getting more than one person to the ball and folks jogging to the end of the play. I thought that was a lot better. Arkansas, and again, sometimes it's just. You don't have those athletes. Although I thought Arkansas looked more athletic a little bit defensively.
I think so too.
Yeah. I still think at times they maybe a step slow, but it looked like they might have had a little more speed. Maybe that's because they came off of an open date to where they didn't play last week. They weren't, they had time to get their bodies back in shape.
I think my thing is just their run fitting the gaps on the run plays. They're just not quite there yet, and that doesn't happen overnight. But especially if that hadn't been a focus. But when
Marcus,
you need to make a step, you got to be able to do that.
I'd like to ask you and Baz this question. I know you lost the football game,
all right,
but as a competitor, as a player on the field. Can you take away some positives from this game that you take into next week against Texas A&M, even though, yes, it wasn't a win, but and I'm not into moral victories, but this was the number 1 ranked offense in the country that you held under 40 points for the first time this season.
Marcus, go ahead.
Man, no. So who are we talking, offense or defense?
Well, as a team, but defense, they held them to under 40.
No.
But then offensively, you just had the turnovers. You correct mistakes, and you might have won the game.
I'm over 60 years old. The games I remember.
You don't look it.
The games I remember now are the ones where we almost woulda, shoulda, couldas, and they hurt the most. I think about, had I done this better or had we done this better? To me, that's just not a thing. I think you go back, you watch your film and you have, you work on those things. You see what you could have done better. But guys, if you're Arkansas, you're going to have film where, like I said, you got to just 4-man rush, and 1-3 techniques takes out your right tackle and center and puts them on their back.
Yeah.
I don't know how anybody could feel good about wanting to see that and see any progress in that. And at in 4th quarter, critical time of the game, and then you grabbing offensively. I don't see anything.
First time since 2007, Tennessee beat Arkansas in football.
Wow, yeah, that's right.
All right, when we return, we will hear from Bobby Petrino. First time as the head hog in the official capacity. All right, Rick Schaefer. Marcus Elliott Trey Shapp, David Basil, I'm Randy Rainwater. The First Security fifth quarter postgame show continues.
About more than great banking. Yes, we provide the financial expertise, digital tools, and everything else you need when you need it. But we also go all in on local support with friendly professionals, plus convenient locations all across the state. Because we believe personal banking is better banking. Visit fsbank.com for details. That's fsbank.com for friendly, local banking with First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC.
3 distinct, all-electric Cadillacs. Some drive them for the performance. Others drive them for the range. And some drive them because it's the only way to make an entrance. 3 different ways to turn every drive into an occasion. Whatever your reason, there's never been a better time to say, let's take the Cadillac. The all-electric Cadillac family of vehicles. Escalade IQ, Optic, and Lyric. Visit your local Cadillac dealer today.
Do you feel that, Arkansas? The Lotto jackpot is now more than $1 million. Why should you care? Because this $1 million+ prize can only be won in Arkansas. There are 2 Lotto drawings every week, and the jackpot keeps growing until there's a winner. Join the fun and play Lotto today. A $2 ticket could change your life. Get yours in stores today. Call 1-800-522-4700 for Problem Gambling Helpline.
We all know how busy our lives can be these days and how important our time and convenience is as well. Edwards Food Giant knows that too. So that's why they're inviting you to take advantage of their Heat and Eat Meal Solutions items in their deli department. Delicious Edwards Food Giant signature dishes, along with a wide choice of entrees and sides, all ready for you to pick up and take home to serve your family tonight. The Heat and Eat Meal Solution is now at your favorite Central Arkansas Edwards Food Giant deli. This week's special is hamburger steak for only $7.49 per pound, with Edwards signature mashed potatoes for $4.49 per pound.
It's Justin Acree for Coffin by Design West. Shop with the local folks and get exactly what you want. You can also shop from the convenience of your own home by going to kaufmanlumber.com. There's an online store with over 800,000 items in inventory that can be delivered straight to your front door. Items in inventory include everything from hardware to housewares, heating and cooling supplies, lawn and garden tools, sporting goods, store and office supplies, and there's a huge range of products in each area available. So go by their store in West Little Rock at 14900 Cancel Road, or do your shopping online at kaufmanlumber.com.
Feeling like a family getaway, but don't want to go too far? Need a true adventure, but don't want to spend too much? Want a ton of stuff to do that's all in the same place? Welcome to Arkansas State Parks, where in a couple hours drive, you can change your scenery and your state of mind. With active adventures or just gorgeous views where you can catch your breath, we have 52 state parks to choose from. Plan your getaway at arkansasstateparks.com. Brought to you by this station and the Arkansas Broadcasters Association.
Bring your team. Now open at the Crystal Bridges Museum of American Art in Bentonville, Arkansas. Get in the game. Sports, art, culture, from iconic athletes to all too human stories. See how today's artists tap into the power of sports. Experience the drive, passion, and culture surrounding games through the eyes of superstar icons and everyday athletes. Get your tickets today at crystalbridges.org/getinthegame.
Is your yard ready for whatever Mother Nature throws your way? At Acadi's Touch Landscaping, we make sure it is. Whether it's weatherizing your flower beds for the seasons ahead, building strong retaining walls to prevent erosion, or installing French drains to keep water where it belongs, we've got you covered. And when it's time to elevate your outdoor space, we build custom decks perfect for relaxing or entertaining. Call 501-794-2770 to transform your yard into a space you love, rain or shine. Acadi's Touch Landscaping, 501-794-2770, where we bring the green to your life.
Scott Starzyk is on to attempt what will be a 28-yard field goal out of the hold of Devin Bale from the left hash to give the Razorbacks the lead with 25 seconds remaining in the first quarter. It's a good snap. The kick is on the way, and the kick is good. Scott Starzyk now 5 of 7 on the season. The Hogs go 70 yards in 11 plays.
All right, welcome back once again to the First Security fifth quarter postgame show. Marcus Elliott, Trey Shapp, DB, David Basil. I'm Randy Rainwater. Let's go right to the podium. Here is Coach Bobby Petrino.
I thought our players really competed hard. were well prepared. They came out and were well prepared for the game. We played physical. We played tough. They're a good football team. Offensively, they know how to move the ball. We gave up some explosive plays, but we kept our poise, and our players stuck together and came up with some huge stops that gave us an opportunity to win the game. Offensively, I like the way we started. They made some good adjustments in the third quarter that hurt us being able to continue to run the ball. I was probably too stubborn with it, so I wanted to keep them on the sideline. But then we came out and started throwing it around, and I thought we did a good job of throwing and catching. We got hurt with some protections and negative plays, and obviously the turnovers ended up killing us. And then, I made the decision to go for it instead of kick the field goal, and that ends up killing us too. So.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that. Was that just a gut feeling on that one? It was 4-3, I think.
Yeah, we went into the game saying, hey, man, we're going to be real aggressive. We're going to have to go score points, and, it worked in 4th and 1. That's where I felt like, oh my gosh, am I really doing this? Going for it on 4th and 1. But they did our O-line and Talon did a great job on that one. And I thought we had the call for the last one, and Braylon Sharp was wide open, and we chose to go to the other side. So that, sometimes you pick the wrong side, and on that one we did.
What did you say to the team in the locker room after the game?
I just told them to keep their heads up. We came into here to show that we were going to compete. We were well prepared. They played physical and tough. They never gave in. We wanted to play one play at a time and find a way to win in the fourth quarter. I was proud the way the defense stuck together and kept competing, and obviously we gave up some things, but we also made plays to give us a chance to win. So now we just got to stick together and continue to practice and prepare the way that we did these last 2 weeks, probably week, but we're right there. We just got to find a way to get over the hump.
Coach, how does it make you feel, after the way the Notre Dame game went, for them to come out on the road and compete the way that they did?
What made me feel good was the way they practiced, the attitudes that they had. The number of kids that came into my office and wanted to talk one-on-one, and then they go out there tonight and compete extremely hard. It's a credit to those players. It's a credit to the guys within the team, because, excuse me, they made the decision to keep everybody together. And that's what I wanted to make it about, was the players, and I'm very proud of them.
Only one penalty. We had 2 penalties. One was accepted, one wasn't. But obviously that's always an emphasis in practice. But it's got to make you feel good that they were pretty disciplined throughout the night.
Yeah, what doesn't make you feel good is those turnovers and going for the 4th down instead of kicking the field goal. But I'm proud of the way the players competed and the way they stuck together. Because there was a point in there offensively that it felt like, hey, this thing's falling apart a little bit. And then they came together and talked about it with each other, and then went out and competed. We had probably 6 plays where all of a sudden one guy's making a mistake here, then the next guy, then the next guy, and it looked like, oh shoot. But they did a good job of continuing to compete.
With so many new defensive staff members, what did you think of the communication and the operations on that side of the ball today?
Well, when the phones went down, they were so bad at it. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. That was weird.
About that too.
Yeah, that was weird. The phones went out at halftime. Someone said they think it was when the quarterback went into the thing. I don't really know. We were just trying to make sure it was equal, who had them and who didn't have them. But I thought they did a nice job. I thought their communication with the players, the communication on the sideline, situational football. I think that's one thing that really stands out to me. They were 2 of 9 on third down. So situational football for us on third down defense was very, very good.
I know you haven't watched the film yet, of course, but do you know maybe what the certain adjustments were that you mentioned that Tennessee was able to make in the third quarter?
Yeah, they came down and got in more of an 8-man front, and they were rocking and rolling their safeties, and just said, throw the ball, basically. And it took me too long to get to throwing it. I wish I would have did it a series earlier.
Bobby, what maybe did you learn about this team? Is use the word pride. That scenario there, the way the third quarter went, down 17, you're right there.
Yeah, I mean, their toughness, really. I thought they stuck together and showed toughness and showed some grit. Because when things aren't going good, you know, there's been times when you can turn the other way and give in a little bit, but they showed tremendous grit, tremendous toughness, and pride in each other. And the enthusiasm that we had out on the field helped everybody.
How do you think the defense did from start to finish and improvements from Notre Dame?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't really watch the defense in the Notre Dame game. I turned the rearview mirror off and said, we're going forward, we're moving forward. I didn't want to have any preconceived ideas of players that we're going to have that we need to play and compete and get better. So everything was about go forward, move in the right direction. And I liked what I saw all week. I liked the attitude that they came to practice with, the encouragement that they gave each other, the coachability, you know. They were really coachable with new coaches there, and I thought bought into it and showed toughness.
Since the defensive staff changes, how much were there changes in scheme and other things like that?
Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of change, you know, and that's one of the things we told them, that everyone's going to have to do the rest of their life. Everybody's going to have change the rest of their life. So how they handled it was pretty good. They had great attitude. Great work ethic, came to practice with a smile, finished practice with a smile, helped each other out. So I'm just proud of the players.
First time that you've been calling the shots on both sides of the ball since Missouri State. How did it feel for you personally?
I try not to think about it. You know, I still haven't really thought about it. I'm mad about the not kicking the field goal. You know, kick myself in the head all the time for that one. Feel like we could still be out there playing and seeing if we could win or not. So it's a bad decision, you know. When that happens, it's a bad decision. There's no question about that. And you know.
Enjoy being back on the sideline as opposed to being in the press box.
I did enjoy being back on the sideline. That's for sure, you know, and being right in the thick of it and the adjustments and seeing the players' eyes and encouraging the players. And I think the feel for it was very, very positive. The feel for how they were coachable on the sideline, the adjustments they made, the confidence that they showed each other, I thought was something that's encouraging.
Coach, you said earlier this week you wanted to see the running game get going a little more. What did you think of Mike Washington going 100 and Braylon Russell as well?
Yeah, it was great to see. You know, I thought they ran really well, hard. Kept waiting for Mike to break one. I think he was like inches for breaking a long one 4 or 5 times. And, you know, Braylon competed hard. Braylon's had 2 great weeks of practice running with his pads down and being explosive, and that's what we wanted him to do. And I feel bad for him fumbling the ball because he was working hard at it. He just got to know to chin the ball and get and lock it at that point, because there was 2 guys there, not just one.
Coach, on that subject, there's something that just needs to be emphasized more in practice when it comes to full-on football, whether it's wide receivers or running backs as well.
Yeah, definitely quarterback-wise, you know. We got to understand that when we're running to the left that we just got to tuck the ball away and take what we get, not try to make that throw with the pressure on him. And so we talked about that on the sideline. We work hard all the time on ball security, and you know that was a heck of a football game out there. The speed of their defense and the collisions and the physicality of the game, you know, caused a couple of those fumbles. It was, you know, you got to give them credit too, because they ran fast to the football.
I saw a little bit more of Cam Shanks in the offense. What have you liked about him in that role?
Yeah, you know, Cam, I thought really stepped up for us with the injuries that we had. You know, we knew that he was going to be out there on the field a lot more. I really liked Cam in spring ball. He did a great job for us. And then in camp, he was hurt a lot and missed a whole bunch of time. And we've been waiting for him to get back in and get back at it. And it was good to see. He's a tough competitor.
You guys haven't been a big 3-and-out defense, but after Taylor's first half fumble, you got a 3-and-out around midfield, and I think there was at least 2 more, so at least 3-and-outs today. What were y'all doing when you were playing that well and getting the 3-and-outs?
On the first and second down, we were able to stop the explosives. And then I thought all day long we played very good situational third down defense. So I think that showed up definitely in those situations.
What do you need to take from this game into next week against Texas A&M back home?
Yeah, we need to take the same work ethic in practice, the same attitude, the same belief in each other, and then we need to improve on the individual breakdowns in offense that hurt us at times. We need to get better at certain line games in the protection. They're going to bring it next week too. They got a great line, defensive line. So we worked harder in the fourth quarter trying to get the ball out of our hand quicker, and that helped us. Got a little more reliable on the quick game and still running the ball. If we can run the ball and continue to do what we did running the ball tonight, we'll be right there.
Head coach Bobby Petrino with his thoughts after the Arkansas-Tennessee game. This is the First Security fifth quarter postgame show. Marcus Elliott, Trey Shepp, DB David Basil. I'm Randy Rainwater. Back with more in just one moment.
First Security is about more than great banking. Yes, we provide the financial expertise, digital tools, and everything else you need when you need it. But we also go all in on local support with friendly professionals, plus convenient locations all across the state. Because we believe personal banking is better banking. Visit fsbank.com for details. That's fsbank.com for friendly, local banking with First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC.
If you're a bank needing GLBA compliance or a defense contractor looking for CMMC compliance, meet the team at Network Services Group with tailored solutions to help you navigate the complex regulatory landscape, allowing you to focus on what matters most, your clients and your growth. Don't gamble with compliance. Network Services Group, your partner in GLBA and CMMC compliance.
Services Group. One call does it all.
The great American pastime. Do you smell that? That's the smell of men being men.
Fender is built for those who carve their submission. Visit Land Rover Little Rock off I-430 and test drive the Defender today. Learn more at LandRoverLittleRock.com.
Attention Central Arkansas. If you're looking for reliable home and business services, look no further. For over 45 years, Advantage Service Company has been your local expert in HVAC, plumbing, and electrical needs with outstanding customer service from licensed technicians ready to help with every step. Call or text today and enjoy peace of mind knowing you're in good hands. Cheer on your favorite university and call Advantage Service Company. Your comfort is just a call away. 501-1-CALL. 501-663-2255.
Lost in the legal jungle? Relax. You have a lion on your side. There's no one better to protect your pride than our pride of Legal Lions. For exceptional communication and exceptional results, hire Lion Legal to come roaring to the rescue. Lion Legal. We bite back.
We all know how busy our lives can be these days and how important our time and convenience is as well. Edwards Food Giant knows that too. So that's why they're inviting you to take advantage of their Heat and Eat Meal Solutions items in their deli department. Delicious Edwards Food Giant signature dishes, along with a wide choice of entrees and sides, all ready for you to pick up and take home to serve your family tonight. The Heat and Eat Meal Solutions now at your favorite Central Arkansas Edwards Food Giant deli. This week's special is hamburger steak for only $7.49 per pound, with Edwards signature mashed potatoes for $4.49 per pound.
Check out the new clothing at Bell & Sword in Conway. A new cricket polo with Razorback logo, button-downs, vests, sweaters, slacks with UCA or Arkansas gear from Johnny O and Peter Millar. Great staff, fantastic service. Bell & Sword, the only Central Arkansas men's store with a tailor on staff to fit you. So go now to Bell & Sword, 1011 Oak Street in Conway on Facebook and Instagram. Tune in to 103.7 The Buzz as Justin Acree and DJ Williams broadcast live from each meeting of the Wooded Rock Touchdown Club, brought to you by Arkansas Spine and Pain. Justin and DJ will broadcast live from the Doubletree downtown, bringing you interviews with each speaker and their comments to the club live. Monday, the Wooded Rock Touchdown Club welcomes UCA head coach Nathan Brown. That's The Zone live at the Wooded Rock Touchdown Club, brought to you by Arkansas Spine and Pain.
First and goal to go. They'll operate out of the I. Washington's the tailback. Maddox Lassiter in at fullback. Goal line formation. They give it to Washington. Trying to stretch into the end zone. Did he get there? No signal yet. Now they say touchdown. Now they run in and say touchdown. They had to unpile him. But when they do, Mike Washington gets the score, and the Razorbacks have the lead.
All right, before we hear from Mike Washington and Stephen Dix Jr., welcome back once again to the First Security Fifth Quarter Postgame Show. Want to make this observation and in discussing or talking with Bobby about the different aspects where you glad to be back on the sidelines and rather than up in the booth, and there were several other questions. Yeah, you could look the players in the eye and so forth and so on. The one thing I noted that he had missed a beat on.
Getting on the officials.
Getting on the officials. Thank you, Trey.
He sure did.
He must have looked over my shoulder. I said, doesn't look like he has lost his touch with the officials on the sidelines. He didn't look like he missed a beat.
Yeah, I think he was upset on the one. I guess it was the fourth down play in the third quarter, when he's saying he should have kicked the field goal that he didn't, when Talon was rolling to his left, tried to throw. But I don't – yes, and I don't know if he got hit or not late, and I think Bobby was asking for a flag on roughing the passer there.
I think so.
And you could tell that.
I watched that with my
I did too.
binoculars. So he chewed on those a couple referees. He chewed on for about a minute and a half. It was funny.
And Randy, I don't know if you were listening today on Hog Wild Game Day for our guest picker during the Bet Saracen segment.
Walt Coleman.
We had Walt Coleman on, and I asked him about how do you handle a coach like that likes to get on to the officials, and he basically said, look, I'm not going to come over here and talk to you unless you talk to me in a professional manner, and then just turn around and walk away.
I thought he'd probably – his other answer would have been, I stay as close to midfield as possible. That way I don't have to get close to Bobby.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. Hey, I will say this. We do have Will said on our Facebook live stream, coaching accountability, something we haven't heard in a while.
I agree. I've been saying that now for 2 weeks, that once that decision was made to make Bobby Petrino the interim coach, accountability will be back.
And I won't say who it was in the media room, Trey, let's not mention it, but one of the veteran media members said, you will learn more about what happened in that game in 10 minutes with Bobby than
20.
Than triple that with Sam. It just wasn't Sam's expertise. Bobby dived in. You have to ask him. I shouldn't have called for the field goal.
Yep.
And that was not Sam's style. Sam would sort of weave his way through it, and just I think there's also the experience of being a head coach for how many years Bobby's been a head coach too.
Yeah, you could tell. It's certainly certainly showed up in
Yeah.
what we witnessed tonight. All right, let's go back to the podium. Here is Mike Washington and Stephen Dix Jr.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. I mean, we bounced back from a sudden change that none of us really want to go through, and none of us expected to go through during the season with loss of our coach. But I mean, we're a tough, resilient team, man. We bounced back, we stayed together, and we just persevered at the end of the day. And when we got here, we just came in ready to play and play for one another.
What did you think about the effort, the communication with the new staff and all that today?
I thought it was solid. Obviously, there's things we can get better. I mean, we just got to be on the same page more often. I think obviously we can take a lot coming from this game. Good and bad. We just got to honestly just keep it going, man, and not stay hung back on the bad too much. Try to take what we can from it and then get better from it and improve.
Mike, it seemed like you were just a shoelace away from breaking a big one. What helped you so much today, and what did you see from their defense?
We really just took the time out to watch film all throughout the week. We looked at their looks. Our scout team, our scout defense, they gave us great looks throughout the week, and we kind of like knew the type of game it was going to be in terms of running the ball. We just had to execute, and that's what we did.
Mike, what's maybe the message coming out of this game for the players?
Finishing the game, playing all 4 quarters. I feel like that's the biggest thing that we have to improve on. That third quarter offense, we kind of we came out slow. We picked it up towards the end, but if we would have came out, if we would have played all 4 quarters, probably would have been a different story for sure.
Steven, since the defensive staff changes, has there been any changes to schemes that you guys have been running?
No, I think you can't really change too much, especially in the middle of a year. I think we're just trying to build around what was already installed and tweaking things just to make it simpler for us, so we can go out there and play as fast as we can and without a doubt. So you can see the talent that we have on display, like within this defense, we have a lot of talent.
More 3-and-outs that you guys have forced in a couple of weeks. What do you make of sort of the improvements?
Yeah, I mean, we're just playing fast. We're not second guessing ourselves. We're going out there and we're executing at a high level. We just gotta continue to stack, man, and be more consistent. And just start faster and finish stronger.
Any more questions for guys?
Yeah, Mike, the opening that y'all got off to, can you maybe talk about what played into why y'all were able to start like you did?
We knew from the get-go, we knew the first 8 that we're going to run. We kind of, like I said, we did a great job watching film throughout the week and knew as though and felt as though that we can get off on those plays, those first 8 plays that we ran, and we did.
Steven, whether it was a fumble recovery or turnover on downs, a couple key spots for you guys to pick up the offense, and you did with those 3-and-outs. What were kind of the conversations amongst the defense in those drives, knowing you had to come up with a stop?
Man, one thing about it, dude, you put us on the field, we're there to stop, the offense. That's what it is. No matter if they fumbling on the 1-yard line, take it all the way down, kick a field, it doesn't matter. If they call us out to go on the field, we're going out there to play defense. That's it. So when we went out there and we executed, we looked at each other like, yo, we playing ball, man. We playing defense. Keep them out. You know what I'm saying? So when we went out there and we took that field, that was the mentality. Just go out there and get a stop, get them back the ball. It's all good. They mess them sometimes, we mess them sometimes. We got to back each other up, offense and defense.
Coach Petrino said that he felt like you guys were really, really prepared for this football game. Did you guys feel like y'all were really, really locked in and prepared for this one?
Yeah, definitely. Both on offense and defense. Everybody's bought in. It's a lot of older guys on the team, and it's the last year. So, this is kind of like I said, it's our last year. That's all we got. So everybody's bought in.
Mike, the way things kind of unraveled there in the third quarter, you fall behind by 17. What was said maybe before that touchdown by Rohan on that drive to kind of get things better and we were fighting to the finish?
Keep our heads up. Well, that was the main thing. Just keep our heads up. We still got another quarter to play. We still have time that's left on the clock. And that was the main thing. We didn't, just because we fell behind, 17, we didn't give up.
From your perspective, I know you played to win the game. Maybe not moral victory, but you feel you can build off of what happened today?
I mean, definitely. Unfortunately, we came out with the loss, but, we played a decent game. If we're able to eliminate the turnover, if we're able to, finish all 4 quarters, like I said, the outcome would have been different. So going into next week, that's what we'll emphasize for sure.
I thought maybe how much different you feel about the team right now than maybe you did a couple days ago.
I don't feel too different about it. I never really I don't really. I mean, I stick with my boys, all the time. I mean, I always have confidence in them, no matter what we're going through or whatever the outcome may be. Like, I'm always choose, the guys that I fight alongside with. 'Cause I don't go to war with anybody else except for those guys that I go to practice with every day. I'm always going to stick by their side. Like, it's no wavering, loyalty or anything. I'm always stick with them, and we're going to go out there and we're going to give it our all.
Coach, so the game plan was to be aggressive and try to score points. Did you know when you were going for that 4th and 4 in the third quarter that was kind of the idea going into the whole game?
Yeah. Like I said, we kind of knew the game plan all throughout the week, and so it was a no-brainer.
What did Tennessee do in the third quarter that slowed y'all down?
It seemed like they made adjustments. I just feel like they made adjustments, but at the end of the day, we didn't execute. And if we executed, those adjustments wouldn't really have meant anything.
Guys.
That was quick. All right, let's step away for a moment. That is Mike Washington and Stephen Dix Jr. This is the First Security fifth quarter postgame show. Marcus Elliott, Trey Shapp, DB, better known as David Basil. I'm Randy Rainwater. The First Security fifth quarter postgame show will continue in a moment.
First Security is about more than great banking. Yes, we provide the financial expertise, digital tools, and everything else you need when you need it. But we also go all in on local support with friendly professionals, plus convenient locations all across the state. Because we believe personal banking is better banking. Visit fsbank.com for details. That's fsbank.com for friendly, local banking with First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC.
Hey, it's Craig O'Neill, looking forward again to a school year of reading stories to kids and getting me all over the state of Arkansas to schools everywhere. My GV80, Jenny from Genesis of Conway. And they've got a great story, a huge selection of pre-owned trade-ins, low mileage, terrific low prices, and top of the line. It's a story with a happy ending for you at Genesis of Conway, the future of luxury today.
We all know how busy our lives can be these days and how important our time and convenience is as well. Edwards Food Giant knows that too, so that's why they're inviting you to take advantage of their Heat and Eat meal solutions items in their deli department. Delicious Edwards Food Giant signature dishes, along with a wide choice of entrees and sides, all ready for you to pick up and take home to serve your family tonight. The Heat and Eat meal solution is now at your favorite Central Arkansas Edwards Food Giant deli. This week's special is hamburger steak for only $7.49 per pound, with Edwards signature mashed potatoes for $4.49 per pound.
At ABC Supply, when you've got a job to do, we do too. When your success depends on getting the details right, we're there for you every step of the way. Delivering more than materials, delivering passion, commitment, and the confidence to help you get the job done easier. Our teams understand the obstacles you face in building your business and reputation, because living up to our promises is how we help you live up to yours.
For location and product information, call ABC Supply North Little Rock at 501-955-0777 or visit abcsupply.com.
With other language learning apps, I was just playing games. I wasn't really learning. Babbel's different.
Babbel was designed by over 200 language learning experts to be the most effective way to learn another language.
Every time I open the app, I can choose to work on my writing, speaking, or listening. And it saves my mistakes for me to review, so I'm constantly improving. Before Babbel, I thought I just wasn't good with languages. But now I'm speaking French. Tout ça, c'est grâce à Babbel.
Save up to 50% on your Babbel subscription when you sign up at Babbel.com. Babbel.com.
Do you hear that? Asthma triggers are everywhere. From dust mites, pet dander, and pollen, to smog and smoke, an asthma attack can strike anywhere, anytime. Be prepared with quick-acting Primatene Mist. Clinically proven to open airways quickly. It's the #1 FDA-approved asthma inhaler available over the counter. Primatene Mist. Breathe easy again. Use as directed.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code MEGA25 to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code MEGA25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code MEGA25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Oh, Braylon Russell is in the backfield. Green's in the gun. Off play action. Going to throw it right over the middle, and it's caught for a touchdown. Rohan Jones. They faked the handoff. They dumped it over the middle to the tight end, and it's pay dirt for number 88.
Welcome back to the First Security Fifth Quarter Postgame Show. David Basil, Trey Schapp here in Knoxville, Tennessee, Neyland Stadium. Randy Rainwater, Marcus Elliott back in the studios of the Buzz Radio Network. The SEC scoreboard looks like this. 4:43 to go in College Station. Number 5, Texas A&M, 5-0 in the season. They'd lead Florida 31-17. They're up next for the Razorbacks, 2:30 next Saturday in Fayetteville. 7:39 to go in the third quarter. Number 10, Georgia with the football in Jordan-Hare, but they are down by a touchdown. Auburn leads at 10-3 over 10th-ranked Georgia. 7:23 to play in the third quarter. South Carolina and LSU. That's number 11 LSU from Death Valley in Baton Rouge. It is a 10-10 score there in Louisiana at LSU. Earlier today, number 4 Ole Miss squeaked by Washington State 24-21. And it took them a while to Washington State had to lead for a while in that game, all of the first quarter. Ole Miss started slow in that one. In the Red River rivalry, the Texas State Fair, the Cotton Bowl Stadium, that is. Texas beat Oklahoma 23-6. Number 6 Oklahoma, their first loss of the season. And then in Columbia, Missouri, another one-score game, actually a 3-point game. Number 8 Alabama goes on the road and beats number 14 Missouri 27-24. So, guys, I have 1, 2. Well, Georgia just tied it 10-10 at Auburn, so that's 3-4. And the Arkansas loss, a 3-point game, 5. That's 5 games right now that are either tied or a one-score game.
Well, listen, Randy and Marcus, it doesn't matter. There could be 1,000 games that Trey just went through. He is so obsessed with the Chicago Cubs right now. I mean, I
didn't even give that score, David,
because it's not what he wants. Tony Ranchino and Trey Schapp are the most passionate fans of baseball.
No. My daughter.
Oh, is that right? She in there with him?
Oh, Ashley's a big-time Cubs fan. She goes to multiple Cubs games a year.
Randy, the other night when they hit the home run right in the first inning, Trey screamed so loud. We were in the VRBO. They could hear it all the way to Nashville. I've never seen him scream so loud. I'm like, wow.
It was a no-doubter, Randy. You were watching.
Oh,
Ian, when he laid the wood to the ball, he was gone.
Wow.
Real quick on the Facebook stream, Will says, considering the circumstances, this was progress. New staff, 13 days together, tough road crowd, and they fought back to within 3. Not a moral victory, a sign of growth. Braylon's fumble was rare, and the field goal was only a potential factor. This team played with heart and house money. And Mark says, what has happened to Cam Ball in the interior of our defensive line?
They're getting overpowered.
Yeah.
I mean, they are simply getting overpowered and pushed around.
Whipped.
And then when the offensive line of the opposing team can get to the next level, gracious, Sorey got pushed around so much tonight. They should have just put him in a wheelchair. They could have moved him a little bit easier. But, all right, here's one for you then from our D3 Auto Sales Bus text line. This team will have a breakthrough win at home. When they do, I will celebrate with walk-ons, Louisiana Platter. That's Chris from Springdale.
Okay.
Well, I've got other things. There's a lot of things. We start talking about what to enjoy at walk-ons.
I'll take the cheese fries.
Yeah, this one, David, to take the red beans and rice.
I like that. Yep.
I don't know how. I haven't figured this one out yet, David. And I got to talking about food so much the other day that one of my live fan feedback or bus text line said I wanted to make them vomit. I'm sorry, but I'd like to figure out how David gets far more red beans and rice than what I do. I didn't like that the other day, but I didn't protest too loudly. This again from our D3 Auto Sales Buzz text line looks like a Petrino team.
Yeah, I did.
Let me ask you guys this, all three of you. Based on what happened tonight, is there any team left on the schedule that Arkansas has no chance to beat?
No chance to beat. I mean, watching today, I thought the Texas defense maybe looked a little better than what they've looked.
So you chalk that up as a loss. You will say that's for sure a loss.
No, I'm not going to say for sure, but I came away with a different impression of the Texas defense.
Because the defense is good.
After what I watched against Florida.
Yeah, trust me, this Tennessee Volunteer defense is horrible. They're not very good. They're horrible.
No. A&M, I think, is going to be a huge challenge just because of their overall talent.
Yep.
I don't know that you can outscore them like you could Tennessee tonight or try to outscore them like they did Tennessee tonight. I'm very surprised I haven't seen a second of it, so I have no clue what I'm talking about. But just listening to the score, I think they were up 10-0 at one point. Auburn over Georgia. Mississippi State. I mean, you got to go in believing that's a toss-up. And, I mean, they've improved dramatically from last year, but I'm not sure how much that's going to translate once you play them. You get into the individual matchups.
Can this team build on the confidence that they
should?
Got?
I think
they
so.
should.
I think they should, yeah.
But the problem, David, that I just don't see a solution for. How do you clean up? How do you correct? Whether it's gap control or whether it's, I mean, the things that's happening to this defense, particularly the front five, front seven, however you want to look at it. I mean, they're getting mauled. I mean, I was looking at. I shared this with Marcus during the break. I said. This came from Stat Broadcast. But Tennessee, big passing plays. They had 6. These are gains of 15 plus, 15 yards or more. 6 big plays for 142 yards. But here's where Arkansas, again, if you're talking about where they lost it on defense, they couldn't stop the run when they had to. 9 big plays of 10 yards or more for 180 yards.
Yeah, they give up. That was what was weird about tonight. They would give up chunk play, and all of a sudden they would all of a sudden they could figure out a way to hang around.
Bow up and stop
and bend but not break on that third down conversion, and they were 2-0. But you're right. They would give up a chunk play of 10, 15, 10, 15, 10, 28, and then somehow they would figure out a way to sort of settle down. And so we'll see. We'll see if they get any better. It'll be the third week with this new coaching staff. Do you think the A&M offense is any better than what we saw tonight?
Oh, no.
I don't think it is.
I don't think so.
I think Marcel Reed is dangerous quarterback.
Listen, they're talented. A&M is super talented. They always are. Maybe they'll just be Aggies like they normally are and come in and it'll be a close game as always. And how many games have we lost to them that we could have won?
Oh, a lot. But I will say this. Bobby Petrino, I mean, the series started with him as head coach in Arlington.
Yeah.
And remember the one game when Arkansas was getting whipped?
That was before
they were in the SEC.
NIL. No,
well,
that was before NIL.
That too. But what I'm saying is, at halftime of a game, Arkansas was getting beat. I think it was like 35 to maybe 7. And he went in there. Willie Robinson was the defensive coordinator. And he said, hey, we're going to change up. We're going to do this. And then what happened? Arkansas won 38-35.
Marcus's man, Willie Robinson.
I think that was the score. I'm not 100%.
Arkansas won by 3. I can't remember the final score, but yeah, it was not a pretty sight going in at halftime until Bobby P said, Willie, go take a nap. I'll take over the defense. All right, we'll step away for a moment. This is the First Security fifth quarter postgame show. Marcus Elliott, Trey Shep, David Basil. I'm Randy Rainwater. Back with more in just a moment.
Check out the new clothing at Bell & Sword in Conway. A new cricket polo with Razorback logo, button-downs, vests, sweaters, slacks with UCA or Arkansas gear from Johnny O and Peter Millar. Great staff, fantastic service. Bell & Sword, the only Central Arkansas men's store with a tailor on staff to fit you. So go now to Bell & Sword, 1011 Oak Street in Conway on Facebook and Instagram.
For over 30 years, Pickup Truck Accessory Warehouse has been Arkansas's truck accessory headquarters and the only stop for all your truck parts and accessories. If it goes on a truck, Pickup Truck Accessory Warehouse has got it. And that includes upgrading your truck with Vortex spray liners. Tough, durable, proudly made in the USA. Their spray liners can protect your truck for years to come. Call Pickup Truck Accessory Warehouse at 501-568-0040 to schedule your spray. Or stop by 65th and University.
Orange is not your color, and stripes are for zebras. It's criminal not to hire Lion Legal. There's no one better to protect your pride than our pride of legal lions. When in war, you need the roar. For exceptional communication and exceptional results in all criminal-related legal matters, hire Lion Legal to come roaring to the rescue.
Upgrade your laundry routine with a durable and reliable Maytag laundry pair at Lowe's. Like the new Maytag washer and dryer with performance-enhanced stain-fighting power, designed to cut through serious dirt and grime. And what's great is this laundry pair is in stock and ready for delivery when you need it the most. Don't miss out. Shop Maytag in-store or online today at Lowe's.
Introducing your new Dell PC with the Intel Core Ultra processor. It helps you handle a lot, even when your holiday to-do list gets to be a lot. Like organizing your holiday shopping and searching for great holiday deals and customer questions and customers requesting custom things, plus planning the perfect holiday dinner for vegans, vegetarians, pescatarians, and Uncle Mike's carnivore diet. Luckily, you can get a PC with all-day battery life to help you get it all done. That's the power of a Dell PC with Intel inside, backed by Dell's price match guarantee. Get yours today at Dell.com/deals. Terms and conditions apply. See Dell.com for details.
Right now at the Home Depot, shop fall savings and get up to 40% off select appliances like Samsung. Upgrade your kitchen this fall with the Samsung Bespoke 4-door refrigerator. Now featuring the dual auto ice maker with sphere ice. Only at the Home Depot. You'll have perfectly chilled drinks for every gathering. Don't miss fall appliance savings at the Home Depot. Offer valid October 2nd through October 22nd. U.S. only. See store or online for details.
Football season is heating up on Prize Picks. You and I make decisions every day, but on Prize Picks, being right can get you paid. So don't miss any of the action this season with Prize Picks, where it's good to be right. Download the Prize Picks app today and use the code ROAM and get $50 in bonus credit instantly in lineups when you play $5. That's code ROAM on Prize Picks to get $50 in bonus credit instantly in lineups when you play $5. Win or lose, you'll get $50 bonus credit in lineups just for playing. It's guaranteed. Prize Picks, it's good to be right. Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
Tune in to 103.7 The Buzz as Justin Acree and DJ Williams broadcast live from each meeting of the Little Rock Touchdown Club, brought to you by Arkansas Justin and DJ will broadcast live from the DoubleTree downtown, bringing you interviews.
Gun calls for the ball. Now he's back to throw. Rolling to his right. Looks into the end zone. Got a man open. Complete. Touchdown, Arkansas. Touchdown, Arkansas. Cam Shanks. 12 yards. His first touchdown reception as a Razorback.
I'm not sure about y'all, but especially being there at Neyland Stadium, but I was screaming at the TV set He's open. Throw it. Throw it. He's wide open. Kim Shanks, he's wide open. Throw it to him. Welcome back once again to the First Security Fifth Quarter Postgame Show. Marcus Elliott, Trey Schapp, David Basil. I'm Randy Rainwater. Now, I'm going to turn Trey to our two experts here.
Yep.
Both Marcus Elliott and David Basil. Can you explain? In fact, it was Mike Washington that said they came out a little, I think he used the word flat. I'm not sure if that was the exact phrase that he used to begin the third quarter. Quarter, Tennessee had 144 total yards compared to 97 for Arkansas. 11 rushing attempts for Arkansas in that third quarter, averaged 5.5 yards per carry at 61 total yards. Tennessee had 11 rushing attempts. They had 89 yards and averaged 8.1 yards per carry. Here's where Tatum was just off in that third quarter. I mean, he wasn't even close on a lot of his throws. He was 2 of 8 in the third quarter passing, 5 of 9 for Aguilar for Tennessee. Arkansas 38, make that 36 yards total offense in the third quarter. And let's see, no, I had that wrong. 144 total yards. Yes, there you go. Tennessee had 144, Arkansas 97, and it was 36 through the air for Arkansas, 55 for Tennessee. What is going on in this third quarter where Arkansas, it seems like going back to the Ole Miss game, then it happened in Memphis. Forget Notre Dame. I'm like Bobby. That's in the rearview mirror. I'm not sure I would, except for
ugly
the effort, which we've worn that case out. But what is going offensively in the third quarter, gentlemen? Our offensive guru over here, Marcus.
Go ahead, Marcus.
And our defensive guru, better known as David Basil.
No, I think teams. That's what happens at halftime, right? They make adjustments. They give you a different look, and that's what the other team has to do. And what was interesting to me is Arkansas. I think David said it earlier. Arkansas did enough offensively. Shoot, they time of possession by almost 10 minutes. I mean, you should win those games. Difference was just the turnovers, right? When did the turnovers come?
Well, you had one with about 14:25 left in the game. That was the one on the disputed whether or not he lost it or not. I'll have to get my sheet.
While you're doing that, Randy, going back to your point, Petrino said it today. He said same thing has happened. They come out there, the defense makes adjustments. They start using an 8-man front and start crowding the box to make sure Taylor Green doesn't run around all over the place. Because all these guys take the dive man, and all of a sudden, next thing you know, number 10 is running for 25 yards. So they start crowding the line of scrimmage, and he said he's stubborn. He said he was stubborn again. It took him too long to get to start throwing the ball like he did in those last two drives, and then our front five just can't get a push. Yeah. Well, that too. But they couldn't also push with the running game, and that's what the third quarter. You look at it; they don't have any running yards because the team's there. Listen, they said we're not going to let Taylor Green keep running all over the place, and your running backs, and then Bobby just keeps trying to do it.
How many attempts did they have though?
I don't know. I'm not sure, but I know it was like the production in the third quarter was zilch. Hardly in anything, passing or running. Now, obviously, they picked it up in the fourth quarter, but not much. Same thing they've done the last three games. They just come out there and they don't. The first two quarters, people don't hold number 10 accountable.
Third quarter, they rushed 11 times for an average of 5.5 yards, 97 total yards.
So how many plays did they run in the third quarter? 11
in the third quarter, they 11 rushes and 2 passes.
No,
eight.
Yeah.
Sorry. My apologies.
19 total plays in that third quarter.
Yeah, 19 plays.
So I think he feels like he gets too hard-headed that he's going to continue to try to push that run when maybe he should loosen up a little bit and throw listen, those last two drives, they look good.
And Tennessee had 20 plays in that quarter, 144 total yards, 10 points.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
David talked about the fact that Arkansas forced them into 5 punts, but you also forced them into attempting field goals too.
Yeah.
I think when they – I think it's a double-edged sword. I think, you can start out, but guess what came off of when they start throwing the ball around? They went to 7-step protection. Green's getting pressured and sacked. They're getting behind the chains. He's running for his life, and he gets the ball knocked out of his hands. The pass game happened. The pass game he should have gone to sooner, in my opinion, was the short game.
Yeah, well,
that's the one that worked, right? Because they couldn't block him.
Yeah, those last two
and
drives.
The middle was wide open all night long.
Well, but again, when they
Tennessee's defense, I'm talking about, was wide open all night long.
But when they could not block him, so they had to go to the short game where they didn't have to block him.
Yeah, and that,
so
and that
the
worked.
only thing they were really doing consistently well was the run game and the play pass game out of the pistol. But man, when they started dropping back, and I felt like he felt like we're behind, we got to get going. But you can't block. They could not block that team up front.
And Marcus, you make the good point about blocking, because 5 sacks, 35 yards lost, 9 total tackles for losses, a loss of 41 yards. Arkansas only 2 tackles for loss.
Yep.
So 2 times did Arkansas tackle Tennessee behind the line of scrimmage.
And with the drop back pass game instead of the quick pass game, what that does is that forces Green to try to make something happen. The quick game, 2-step, 3-step, 5-step drop max, define read, get the ball out of your hand. And David, you of all people, that's frustrating to a defense, because he's getting rid of the ball and you're not going to be able to sack him.
Yep.
And wears the defense down. So that was my only thing.
No, I mean that was those are 2 of the best drives they had. Boom, boom, boom. Those last 2. I mean, I give them credit for fighting back too. Remember, they were down 17, and they didn't give up, didn't let go of the rope, and that was impressive too.
Like
so.
Yeah.
All right, someone wanted to know when the fumbles occurred. First fumble by Green occurred with 6 minutes and 42 seconds in the first quarter. The fumble by Russell occurred with 9:12 left in the third quarter. Then the final fumble by Taylor Green came in the fourth quarter with 14:45 left to play.
So so the third quarter run by Russell, that was a nice run.
Nice run.
That was a
Real
very
nice.
nice run.
Option play.
So it wasn't like they weren't moving the ball. It's holding the ball.
Well, that killed
them
too.
It over.
Yep.
So
that was listen, could have changed the game right there.
Exactly. But man, you're getting ready to go for go in for the lead.
Yep.
So I don't think really turnovers. If there's an issue in this game, it's turnovers.
Yeah, 3 of them. Yeah,
untimely turnovers.
Yeah,
all 3 of them. You had chances to take control of the game, actually.
All right, this is from our D3 Auto Sales Buzz text line from Meat Pig. He said, please rewatch Russell's fumble. He got took out by one while another stood and waited to put his helmet on the ball. No doubt about hold that ball.
Yeah, because the old school, man, those are 2 great hits.
Yes.
I mean, now I know that they could question whether it's a good, but man, they stroked him, man. They stroked him. I mean, they really popped him, and that's even Petrino said, "Hey, listen, he was really trying to get extra yardage. He's a big kid, and he got popped, man." Even Petrino acknowledged, "Hey, Tennessee was flying around the ball occasionally, popping people."
Mm-hmm.
This again from our D3 Auto Sales Buzz text line. Considering the circumstances, this was progress. New staff, 13 days together. Did they have actually 13 days together? Anyway.
Well, last Sunday. Well, but not all of them were there, so it wasn't maybe really 13.
Tough road crowd. Fought back within 3, not a moral victory, a sign of growth. Braylon's fumble was rare, and the field goal was only a potential factor. This team played with heart and house money. And, by the way, they did cover tonight for those that
yes, they did.
Are worried about that kind of stuff. From our, how did you pick this game, David?
I didn't. Listen, I'm staying away from Arkansas games.
Smart man.
I'm done.
Randy, I think we both went with Tennessee, and we both thought that they would cover.
Yeah,
we were. I mean, we were kind of questioning how did it drop that
I
far.
know. I'm telling you.
But then when we got down there, David and I are standing next to each other underneath the goalpost on the towards the Arkansas locker room, the south end zone, and he turns to me and he goes, how do they get this so close and so right?
It's Satan. It's Satan, I'm telling you.
Could it be Satan?
I'm telling you, nobody can predict this stuff. Is it possible?
Basil's the old church lady from Saturday Night Live. Well, might it be Satan?
Yeah,
that's a good skit.
All right, DB. I think I had Talon in one of my props for 259.5 yards passing. I think that's what I had. What did he end up with tonight? 256. 256.
I'm telling you. Satan!
And now wait.
How convenient. There you go, Mark.
I think the other one I had him, I think 64.5 yards rushing. How many yards did he have rushing? Net. He finished with 65 yards.
Well, isn't that special?
That's crazy. It's crazy, man.
63 yards. I think I had him for 64.5, and he finished with 63.
Man,
give me a break.
Well, let's go with another Saturday Night Live cheer. Maybe we need a new cheer.
Yeah. Oh, my gosh.
Bring on the Spartan cheerleaders.
Spartan cheer. The perfect cheer.
Oh,
we need the perfect cheer.
Gosh.
That's great.
Yeah, I'm with you, David. I think I need to stop. I think I need to stop. Yeah. All right, this is the First Security Fifth Quarter Postgame Show. Marcus Elliott, Trey Shapp, David Basil, DB. I'm Randy Rainwater. Back with more in a moment.
For over 30 years, Pickup Truck Accessory Warehouse has been Arkansas's truck accessory headquarters and the only stop for all your truck parts and accessories. If it goes on a truck, Pickup Truck Accessory Warehouse has got it. And that includes upgrading your truck with Vortex spray liners. Tough, durable, proudly made in the USA. Their spray liners can protect your truck for years to come. Call Pickup Truck Accessory Warehouse at 501-568-0040 to schedule your spray. Or stop by 65th and University.
For 55 years, you've trusted Sigma Supply for all your packaging and shipping needs. And now, as part of Brady Plus, they've got even more to offer. From janitorial supplies, facility supplies, and food service disposables, Sigma Supply has you covered. Ordering is a breeze with over 50,000 new products online at SigmaSupply.com. Call or text sales manager David Breitenberg at 501-617-4600 and ask for the Buzz discount now because it's there. And remember, if you're not using Sigma Supply that is now part of Brady Plus, you've got low-grade product, man.
I'm Thomas Blackman with Blackman Auctions. How much easier would life be if you could take away your stresses and worries with one phone call? Just turn all of your problems over to a person and let them de-stress your life. That's what we do at Blackman Auctions. We are much more than an auction company. We take your unwanted assets in your life and turn them into money in 30 days. Organize, market, deal with attorneys, real estate agents, debt services, closing companies, and those members of your family. You know who they are. Making your life as easy as possible since 1938. Better auctions are Blackman Auctions.
Hi, I'm Hunter Bell from Bell Chevrolet. Football season in Arkansas is one of my favorite times of the year. And I think we can all agree that game days are better with tailgating. Fourth quarters are better with game-winning field goals. And the best played games are better with teamwork. And just like on the field, Bell Chevrolet is better because of our people and their dedication to our customers. Shop Bell Chevrolet and BellChevrolet.com today. Together, let's drive.
My perfect day has sand, salt water, and friends. But my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis can take me out of the moment. Now I'm all in with clearer skin thanks to Skyrizi, Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy. With Skyrizi, most people saw 90% clearer skin, and many were even 100% plaque-free at 4 months. Skyrizi is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
Thanks to Skyrizi, there's nothing on my skin, and that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist-prescribed biologic in psoriasis. Visit Skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKYRIZI to learn more.
Upgrade your laundry routine with a durable and reliable Maytag laundry pair at Lowe's. Like the new Maytag washer and dryer with performance-enhanced stain-fighting power, designed to cut through serious dirt and grime. And what's great is this laundry pair is in stock and ready for delivery when you need it the most. Don't miss out. Shop Maytag in-store or online today at Lowe's.
Introducing your new Dell PC with the Intel Core Ultra processor. It helps you handle a lot, even when your holiday to-do list gets to be a lot. Like organizing your holiday shopping and searching for great holiday deals and customer questions and customers requesting custom things, plus planning the perfect holiday dinner for vegans, vegetarians, pescatarians, and Uncle Mike's carnivore diet. Luckily, you can get a PC with all-day battery life to help you get it all done. That's the power of a Dell PC with Intel inside, backed by Dell's price match guarantee. Get yours today at Dell.com/deals. Terms and conditions apply. See Dell.com for details.
Oh, Braylon Russell is in the backfield. Green's in the gun. Off play action. Going to throw it right over the middle, and it's caught for a touchdown. Rohan Jones. They faked the handoff. They dumped it over the middle to the tight end, and it's pay dirt for number 88.
And welcome back once again to the First Security Fifth Quarter Postgame Show. Marcus Elliott. I'm Randy Rainwater from the capital city. They're at Neyland Stadium. Trey, was it the last time David Basil, Trey Shapp, was it the last time we were there at Neyland? Was that when we got locked in?
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
10 years ago when Bielema beat them?
I don't know. We got locked into the stadium, and we
was it Mississippi State? I can't remember which one.
No,
was.
it was at Tennessee.
Here.
Okay, all right.
Well, there's a helicopter flying over right now. Maybe he could help us out if we do get locked in tonight. But I know they're getting close. I still see a couple of people working. So
okay.
Yeah.
Well,
We're probably gonna have to leave soon.
All right. Let me read a couple of these. If you got something you need to get to trade, please do so. This from our D3 Auto Sales Buzz text line. Randy Marcus, David Trey. The fumbles were the difference in the game. I think we were better. No, we were not. I think we were the better team tonight. Just fumbled it away as usual. Proud of the great effort. Go Hogs. I'm not sure they were the better team tonight.
Sounds like Matt Zimmerman because I saw him at halftime. He goes, "We're the better team. We're the better team."
This from our D3 Auto Sales Buzz text line. If Arkansas had won the Ole Miss and Memphis games, would Pittman still be the head coach? We'll never know.
Yes.
But I think that would be a safe statement to say. Unless they laid that massive egg as they did against Notre Dame.
But I still think he would be the head coach because that would have been his first loss. You don't
That's
fire
true.
a guy after his first loss if they get beat like that.
Oh no! I just see this breaking news: Milwaukee Brewers advance.
Randy, you don't want to say anything?
Oh no! Advance.
Randy. This is the First Security Fifth Quarter Postgame Show. David Basil, Trey Shapp, Marcus Elliott, Randy Rainwater back in the studios.
I mean, we've already tonight. I mean, my Yankees have already been bombed out, so why not? Okay, okay.
Well, the Cubs were bombed out tonight too. All three of their runs were on home runs, solo home runs.
Oh, I thought we weren't going to talk about that, Mr. Shapp. This is from our D3 Auto Sales Buzz text line from the 8.
Hey, Randy. Go Dodgers.
7-0. I hate the Dodgers. We have a budget of $1.3 million for 2024. In 2019, before NIL, it was $1.9 million. A budget of $1.3 million? What are you talking about? So rather than adding more money to the budget, we can compete nationally. We cut $600,000. I'm not sure really what you're referencing. The budget is not – when the coach's salary is $6 million by itself, I'm not sure what you're talking about.
Maybe that's the recruiting budget?
Maybe. I don't know.
Well, and let's get this out there. There has been some talk, obviously, about the collective and the house settlement and schools opting in to that to where they can pay their players. There are some institutions that are going to pay above that. And so if you're going to pay above that, then, yeah, you'll be able to have some good teams. If you're just going to do that and not go above it, you're going to get lost, I think, in this new age of college football. This is turning into the minor leagues. You're not supposed to, but they are. I mean, this is going to turn into the minor leagues of the NFL.
It already is. It already is. All right, this from our D3 Auto Sales Buzz text line from the 501. So refreshing to hear a coach speak and lay it all out. Big respect. That's recruiting and bad coaching. Give Bobby a minute. Okay. This from our D3 Auto Sales Bus text line. I'm sorry to say this, but Petrino does not make a good coach. For the Hogs, we cannot win a single game, even with the opponents we are familiar with.
Well, you could, Sam Pittman could make the argument. Hello, one-score game. Welcome to my club.
Yeah.
You guys always gave me grief. Why don't you say the same thing to Petrino?
Yeah, but the good thing is Petrino didn't go, I don't know. I knew that question was coming, but I don't know.
All right, this is from our D3 Auto Sales Buzz text line. Defense needs to learn how to tackle. Also, turnovers killed the team every weekend. It's frustrating.
How about another SNL skit? The Vols won. The Vols.
Yeah.
And not the Hogs.
Yeah.
That was from the Bears.
Yes, I remember.
All right, this from our D3 Auto Sales Buzz text line. I'm even more. Is from Dave in Annapolis, Maryland. I'm even more annoyed with Yurchek for not making a change last year and letting Pittman, nice guy, waste 5 of our games. Now we're completely thrown away a season with arguably one of the best QBs we've had in some time. If I were a sponsor giving significant money for NIL, I would be livid. The incompetence oozing from the Hill right now kills me. I happily opted to go to Maryland game today instead of to watch the game in my Razorback memorabilia filled man cave. Apathy is real. And let's see, this from our D3 Auto Sales Bus text line. Turnovers, we beat them, outgained them. Third down rate for Tennessee was awful. 3 turnovers. We had 1 penalty. Turnovers, that's all. Yes, we were better tonight. Your post-game show could have lasted 10 seconds. Turnovers.
Yeah, David would have wished it lasted 10 seconds.
Yeah.
He's had a rough day today. He's
I was here
early.
at 7:00 at the stadium.
You were across
boys.
the river.
I
wow.
Yeah.
Why so early?
For Channel 7, doing
Okay.
live shots for Channel.
Yes.
But it's all. Listen, I'm blessed, man. Get to do this. I could be doing much tougher stuff, and to get to share all of our thoughts on the Razorbacks, man, I'm blessed. It's all good.
Hey, let's see how much they pay attention to Morning Madness, as Randy likes to call it.
Yeah.
No,
and some of our videos as well that we do.
Yeah.
Can you guys name the only other stadium in the country
Very good.
that you can take a boat to the game?
You can access the stadium
by
boat.
waterway.
There's only 2. There's the Tennessee River and the Vol Navy getting here in Knoxville, and there's one other college.
Huh.
Well, it'd only be fitting if the university, not Naval Academy.
No. It's a Northwestern school, on the far side of the
Why
country.
are you giving them so many hints?
University of Maine?
Northwestern, Randy.
Other direction. Yeah, on the other side of the country.
Other side of the country.
Other side of the country.
Northwest. I thought
Northwest.
you said northeast.
No. Northwest. Northwest. Yeah. And a lot of people don't know.
Hey, they also have a dog as a mascot. How about that?
Washington.
Oh, very
Washington.
good. Very good, Double R. Good job, buddy.
Yeah,
Marcus was silent.
I will say this, guys. One of the things we've enjoyed doing is, going to all these away games and learning about the history. This is why you come and play in the SEC. The Tennessee Volunteers, Marcus, I was on the elevator with Doug Dickey, who was one of Frank Bull's great assistants and coached at a national championship here, and Johnny Majors and General Neyland and the Vol Navy and Smokey and Rocky Top and checkered end zones and running through the tee and Neyland Stadium. So much, General Neyland, boys. It's crazy what he did. He was a general, fought in World War I and World War II, won a national championship, left Tennessee to go fight in World War II, came back and won another one. And Marcus, the trickle down effect of how he coached. Bobby Dodd, Johnny Majors, who are the two guys? John Barnhill. Yeah, I mean, just the trickle, and it affected. Obviously Bobby Dodd was Frank Broyles' coach, and he's probably the only guy bigger than him would probably be Knute Rockne in the history of college football, and Frank Leahy. I mean, but that's just why you come to play in amazing places like this, and that's what I go say. I'm just blessed to be able to do this for a living. So.
University of Tennessee was founded September the 10th of 1794.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a cool, just the history. Peyton Manning and all the others, and the Razorback history we have with them, Marcus. And, we didn't play them much until, we played them in 1907, then 1971, and then Cotton Bowl with Quinn.
1990.
Yeah, and then,
92.
In 92, we beat them here when they were number 4 in the nation with Joe Kynes after Jack Crow was fired week 1. But anyway, I just love coming, just sitting here in this stadium when 100,000 fans were going crazy trying to stop us. I said, this is you got to love the South for football.
Yeah,
it's so important to everybody here. It's not pro. It's not the NFL, not major leagues. It's college football,
The atmosphere here, guys. Randy, you've been here, but they have upgraded the atmosphere here. They have the light show that they do during timeouts and stuff, almost like every other school in the SEC except for the University of Arkansas. But, yes, they have really, really done some upgrades to this stadium. And it doesn't seat as much as it did back in the 90s because they have taken some seat outs. They do have a giant video board in the north end zone, too, that kind of mirrors the one in the south end zone, but took about probably, it looks like maybe 400 seats out of the stadium. But they do have some nice chairback seats down low that I was pointing out to David, too, that I was like, I bet those are high-dollar seats.
Yeah, it's just you think of this used to be this in Michigan as the two biggest stadiums in America. Now they're number 6.
Yep.
They're number 6, and they seat 102,000. So it just goes to show you. And 4 of those are in the SEC: LSU, Alabama, Texas, and A&M. And this, there's 5 of those. Over 100,000.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
All right, I'll squeeze these in, then we need to break and get out of here.
We need to get out of here.
All right, this from our D3 Auto Sales Buzz text line. Tennessee's defense may not have been great, but they got pressure on Taylor Green when it counted. That from Chris in Springdale. Story of our year. This another D3 Auto Sales post. Story of our year: fumbles, poor tackling, snatching defeat from the jaws of victory. That from Drew and Searcy. Then finally, Tennessee has been a major NIL innovator. That again from Chris in Searcy. And one more from our D3 Auto Sales. For Christmas, I want Kevin Trainer as the athletic director and David Basil in charge of the Hog Nation Collective.
Hey, only if I can bring Marcus Elliott, Double R, and Trey Shep.
No.
We're doing it together.
Hey,
let's do it together.
Let's do it. See, Basil's not going to do it because he makes so much money on Morning Mayhem that it would be a pay cut for him to go and do that. Because he's not going to be like Blueprint Sports and take half the money or more than half the money.
Be a millionaire. That's DB. We'll come back and wrap it up. This is the first
we got to go. See you.
Fifth quarter post game show. Stay tuned.
I'm Craig O'Neill, and I got a question for you. What are the 5 smartest things you've ever done? Of course, I have no way of knowing what's on your list unless you own a Genesis. Then that day you discovered Genesis of Conway would make the top 5 easily. You see, you don't test drive a Genesis. You don't buy one. You don't own one. You love a Genesis. And with the 26s they can show you, it'll be love at first sight. Genesis of Conway, the future of luxury today.
This is Trey Johnson with HJ Trailer Sales. Looking for a trailer repair? Need a new truck bed? HJ Trailer Sales has you covered. We're also your one-stop shop for Iron Bull, Good Guys, Hillsboro trailers, and yes, Hart trailers. We've even got them too. Family owned and operated, we're the most trusted trailer store in the state with tons of financing options to fit your budget. Come see why everyone rolls with HJ Trailer Sales. HJ Trailer Sales, built on trust that you're selling.
That's the smell of men being men.
I think I'm ready.
On 103.7 The Buzz, KABC Little Rock.
Check out the new clothing at Bell & Sword in Conway. A new cricket polo with Razorback logo, button-downs, vests, sweaters, slacks with UCA or Arkansas gear from Johnny O and Peter Millar. Great staff, fantastic service. Bell & Sword, the only Central Arkansas men's store with a tailor on staff to fit you. So go now to Bell & Sword, 1011 Oak Street in Conway on Facebook and Instagram. Is your yard ready for whatever Mother Nature throws your way? At Acadi's Touch Landscaping, we make sure it is. Whether it's weatherizing your flower beds for the seasons ahead, building strong retaining walls to prevent erosion, or installing French drains to keep water where it belongs, we've got you covered. And when it's time to elevate your outdoor space, we build custom decks perfect for relaxing or entertaining. Call 501-794-2770 to transform your yard into a space you love, rain or shine. Acadi's Touch Landscaping, 501-794-2770. Where we bring the green to your life.
Upgrade your laundry routine with a durable and reliable Maytag laundry pair at Lowe's. Like the new Maytag washer and dryer with performance-enhanced stain-fighting power. Designed to cut through serious dirt and grime. And what's great is this laundry pair is in stock and ready for delivery when you need it the most. Don't miss out. Shop Maytag in-store or online today at Lowe's.
Introducing your new Dell PC with the Intel Core Ultra processor. It helps you handle a lot, even when your holiday to-do list gets to be a lot. Like organizing your holiday shopping and searching for great holiday deals and customer questions and customers requesting custom things, plus planning the perfect holiday dinner for vegans, vegetarians, pescatarians, and Uncle Mike's carnivore diet. Luckily, you can get a PC with all-day battery life to help you get it all done. That's the power of a Dell PC with Intel inside, backed by Dell's price match guarantee. Get yours today at Dell.com/deals. Terms and conditions apply. See Dell.com for details.
Progressive has great customer service, and it's easy to reach us because great and easy is the way to be. Like salads. Great for you, and so easy you can put any group of veggies in a bowl and it's a salad. A full carrot with a head of cabbage? Weird, but still a salad. One radish and a couple of green beans? Also a salad. 14 blueberries, half an onion, and a sunchoke? Odd, yes, but an odd salad. So contact Progressive's customer service by phone, app, or online. It's great and easy, just like salad. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Member Week is back at Lowe's with big savings for pros. Now through October 15th, My Lowe's Pro Rewards members get up to 40% off hundreds of items like paint, tools, building materials, and more. Plus, get free standard shipping. Shop these exclusive member-only savings before they're gone. Not a rewards member? Join for free today. Free standard shipping not available in Alaska and Hawaii. Exclusions and more terms apply. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Details at Lowe's.com/terms. Subject to change.
Join the zone each Monday for Game Balls and Jockstraps, brought to you by Acadi's Touch Landscaping. Find out who made the best, average, and worst headlines in sports and entertainment each Monday as Justin and DJ give you their Game Balls and Jockstraps on the zone from 10 to 1. It's all brought to you by Acadi's Touch Landscaping, 501-794-2770. Call today to get your landscape updated to a whole new level and be listening for Game Balls and Jockstraps only on 103.7 The Buzz.
Tune in to Out of Bounds each Monday for Weekend Recap, brought to you by Fleet Management Services. Serving Central Arkansas for over 20 years, they're your small to mid-sized fleet specialists that also takes care of our fleet at Signal Media. Fleet Management Services is now hiring for Loop Tech, Tire Tech, and light maintenance. 8 paid holidays and paid vacation, paid health insurance, and 401k. Paid depends on experience and signing bonus. Apply in person at 901 East 8th Street in Little Rock.
Tennessee times it right. They've only got to snap it one more time. They line up in the victory formation. Aguiar gets the snap, and that's going to be it. Josh Heupel begins to walk to midfield. Bobby Petrino will come across the way to meet him. Boy, the Razorbacks fought today, fell behind, battled back, and ultimately it is Tennessee that comes away with a 34-31 victory over the Razorbacks.
All right, welcome back to this final segment of tonight's First Security Fifth Quarter Postgame Show. Marcus Elliott. I'm Randy Rainwater. Trey and DB had to exit before they got locked in there at Neyland Stadium there in Knoxville. And Mark, usually after the first game of the season, You normally say the greatest improvement comes between games 1 and 2. So was this kind of like game 1 of this now new season since Arkansas is starting over with Bobby Petrino?
Yeah, I mean, you could say that, Randy. So we'll see what the improvement looks like. You know, I think there were some good things, but I think those are things we've kind of seen all year. I thought offensively, I think we saw the explosiveness. We saw the great Talon, and we saw the turnover Talon. We saw Arkansas turn the ball over at crucial times. To me, you know, when I came in the studio, we weren't on, my statement was the more things change, the more they stay the same. So I think we got a little bit of what we've been getting. Yeah, I think the effort was there, but, you know, I think competition is going to continue to get tough. I do think they can compete with a Missouri. I do think they can. I mean, they've been competing with A&M to some degree, so they can possibly compete with them. I think this defense is such a unique sore spot for Arkansas. It's such I haven't seen anything like it. So we'll just have to see how it goes.
I was asking last week, pardon me for the interruption, Mark. I was asking last week, how do you fix this defense? I'm not sure it's fixable.
It's not, Randy. It's not X's and O's. They're just not. They're not great ball players.
Not Jimmys and Joes.
You got to have some Jimmys and Joes, and so wherever that, you got to have some difference makers that people have to account for, and they just don't have that. And then they're not physical. You know, they played more physical tonight, and they played some older guys, I thought, that played hard and hit and were physical to some degree, but I mean, it's just not a good team physically. Listen, number 4, that running back, can play anywhere on any team Arkansas's played. We'll start. He's a starter. He's a difference maker. And I still think we haven't featured him enough in the pass game, in the run game. But that guy's a difference maker. Number 10, he's the difference maker. He can play for anybody. He's the best quarterback on the field tonight. Hands down. And is most of the time. Those are 2 difference makers. If you just had 2 on defense that somebody had to account for, but you don't have anybody.
Well, the road doesn't get any easier beginning next week, and certainly you have had your experiences with good old Texas A&M.
Texas A&M.
That's who's up next, 2:30 next Saturday, Reynolds Razorback Stadium there in Fayetteville. For Marcus Elliott, Trey Shepp, thanks to DB, David Basil for his contribution tonight. I'm Randy Rainwater. Have a great rest of the weekend. Final score, Tennessee 34, Arkansas 31. Have a great rest of the night. So long, everybody.
Thanks for listening to the First Security Bank 5th Quarter on the Buzz Radio Network. This broadcast has been brought to you by First Security Bank.